Hey guys, I'm here to help you try to figure out how to get a Cadillac M122 to work on your vehicle today. Let's go. Now, if you're like me and you've been struggling to get information on this to work with your LS engine, well, follow me through the steps of what it took for me to get this thing running. This is a 6.0 liter LQ4. Now, there's a lot of stuff I had to do to get this thing to work. And I'll start right here with the MAF sensor. So the MAF sensor has some wiring that comes out of it. Now, what you want to do is you want to remove the wiring. And you want to reroute the wiring to right here. Okay, it's easy to plug and play. Just wire it in. Next up is we've got this vacuum line. This vacuum line right here runs all the way to the back where my map sensor is. Now you're going to want a 3-bar map sensor. It's going to be easier for your tuner to tune everything properly. So make sure you get a 3-bar map sensor. It makes everything so much easier. Now you're going to want to plug a couple things off, like this right here. You don't need that. And you have 3 in the back. There's a line already connected to one of them. Just plug off the other 2. That one line in the back, it comes right over here to this front, and it plugs into this, I believe it's the blow-off valve or the bypass valve. So this is what helps create the boost. And you're going to want to make sure that everything moves properly. I don't know if you can see me pulling that up or not, but whenever I first installed this on the truck, it was actually pinching underneath here, and this would not move. So just make sure everything is good and clear so this line can move properly, this cable, because if it doesn't, you're not going to create any boost at all. Another thing that I've done is I wired in a C8 Corvette throttle body. Now a lot of people say this can't be done, but it absolutely can. The boys at Solar Performance were able to recalibrate this to the LS3 model, and it is flat 6-pin wired in to a factory tack, and it works flawlessly. Here's the tack number. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to research Google. There's going to be a guy that will show you how to wire in that tack to an LS3 or newer throttle body. It is quite a bit of work to do, but well worth it. I've not had any issues with this thing at all. I am running 800cc thick injectors. You're gonna have to wire in everything for that. It's not too big of a deal if you don't mind doing a little bit of wiring. Pretty simple. Another thing that I've done is I got this ICT billet bracket. Now they don't really make a bracket system that works for this truck with what I was wanting to do with it now with the supercharger, for instance. So what I did is I actually ended up having to drill and tap the block to even accept this bracket, and then also got an extra pulley and added a pulley to it so I can get a good wrap around the supercharger so that it doesn't, you know, spin or slip, should I say. Now another thing that I did is I did drill and pin the crank. You're going to want to do that just to make sure that it doesn't slip as well. But another thing is you're going to want to make sure that you get some good hose. Don't go cheap on this stuff, guys. I know there's a lot of things out there that look appealing, but when you start using them, they just don't really work. So the first set that I built for this would leak. This one right here doesn't. Just make sure you get good hoses and good connectors that will make this job a whole lot easier for yourself in the long run. Now what I did is I did have this drilled and tapped bigger, and I have that run into an ice tank. That ice tank feeds my heat exchanger. My heat exchanger right here. So basically, you know, the water comes in, comes out cold, and runs back into the supercharger. I'm really hoping that this information can help somebody out there. If you're sitting on this thing, if you never try to install it because you just don't know quite what to do. They're not really that hard once you get going. There is a lot of wiring that you got to figure out, but other than that, it's not really that difficult. And this is a video of what my induction looks like, coming from the back of the supercharger. That is stainless steel. I'm not too worried about the IETs, to be honest with you. I'm not going to do a lot of racing or pulls, so just normal driving, it's not bad at all. So you can make your induction kind of how you want it. It is a lot of work, but it is worth it. So if you're sitting on this thing and you have not installed this onto your truck yet, or car, doesn't matter what it is, wherever you want to put it on, just go through the process. Like I said, you know, IAT, this right here is going to be for your map sensor. Plug everything else off. Fuel comes in from the back. You got your fuel rails. You will need caps for your injectors to make them just a little taller, but it's very simple, guys. This is my first supercharger, and this thing pulls. It is amazing. It's fun to drive. So get out, turn wrenches. And by the way, I do all this right here in my driveway. Anybody can do this stuff. You do it right here in the driveway. You don't have to have a big shop. This is all the tools I have. I mean, it's literally just a couple drawers. I don't have some big fancy toolbox and just a tremendous amount of tools. I'm not cool like that. If there's a tool that I don't have, I just rent it. I just go to the local AutoZone and just rent whatever I need. I mean, this isn't going to take a lot of crazy fancy tools to get this stuff done. You guys can do all this. Just do some research, figure out what's going to work best in your application, and hopefully this is going to give you some good information of what you need to do so that you can get yours running today.